Hello, my beautiful Taurians, and welcome to Flourishing Mystic. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into June 2022. We'll get into your tarot reading. I have already pulled some key oracle card messages just to have that ready and prepared for you. Let's tune in. I hope you're doing all right, Taurus. I'm sensing a little bit of sadness or a little bit of somberness or feeling like you're moving through something big. But let's see what this is all about and if it comes up in the reading. I just want to send you my love, my gratitude as a fellow Taurian, sun rising. I just sincerely hope you guys are doing well. What does June have in store for Taurians? June 2022 for my beautiful Taurians here. Okay. They're telling me to look at this card as well, but I'm going to split the deck. Starting with your first card, you have the Knight of Swords, Taurus. Okay, so this is a card of taking action. This is a card of follow through. This is a card of taking a leap of faith, maybe even waking up from a deep slumber. I feel like Taurians, we are coming out of the winter season of our lives, no matter what season you live in the world right now. I'm just speaking very esoterically, sort of a winter season. And I feel like this is a time to push forward or get out of our comfort zone, because I find that our comfort zone tends to be the enemy of many of us Taurians, where we can get quite complacent or even lethargic or bored with life. So this Knight of Swords is asking you to take a call on something, take action on something, move towards something, even if you don't know precisely where you are going, even if you don't know the predicted result. Some of you Taurians want to know, is this a sure thing? Is this a sure thing? Us being earth signs, we want to know in advance, but there is strong advice from your spirit guides saying you just kind of have to take a leap of faith, because you never know what you're going to learn along the way, along this journey of following something or following through with something. Yes, Seven of Wands. It's very important, Taurus, the month of June, to stand your ground, whether it's with people, whether it's with your boundaries, or whether it's with this thing that you're interested in pursuing. A hobby, a goal, a career path, a relationship. You are entitled to stand up for what you want, Taurus. You don't have to put off your dreams. You don't have to put off your goals. You don't have to make it, one day in the future I will learn that language, or one day in the future I will travel to Greece, or one day in the future I will have that relationship. First I have to do XYZ. First my life has to be perfect. First my body has to be perfect. No, you can have what you want now, is what these cards are suggesting. Let's keep going here. You are the way. This is a bonus card that comes with this deck, and it is saying you are the way. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your intelligence. Stop questioning your desires. Stop making yourself believe that having these desires are selfish. You are the way. So this is an indication that you hold the keys to success. You, Taurus, you hold the keys to success. You hold the keys to how you want things to unfold moving forward. It's not in the hands of somebody else. Let's keep going. Two of Pentacles. This feels like an energy of being wishy-washy about something or someone. And as a result, I feel like this is creating this kind of up and down movement in your life. One day good, one day bad, one moment good, the next bad. Also like a flux of finances. So finances could be a little bit of an issue, or they were going into June. And let's see if this can get resolved, or how. We have the King of Wands. So this is all about just taking action, just getting very old school about things, about your life. I'm getting with this King of Wands. This is a very helpful time to maybe listen to those self-development tapes that you've purchased years ago. Read the books. Just get really old school with things. I find the King of Wands is someone who takes full responsibility, full accountability of their every move, their every action. They take accountability of their failures, their losses, their successes. The King of Wands is an archetype where they truly know that if they take ownership and responsibilities for their current circumstances, even if it's something they don't like, Two of Pentacles, even if the finances are a mess, even if the home is a mess, even if you feel like life is a disaster right now, the King of Wands is like calling you to step up and say, you know what, I'm just going to flat out take ownership of this mess and start cleaning it up. I have the will, I have the determination, and if I take ownership of this situation that I don't like, it means I have the keys, the solution. It's reminding me of what just came up here. You are the way. You hold the keys is what they're showing me. Our spirit guides here. Yeah, it's time to get out of this poverty mindset or this poverty lifestyle, or 1 minute, making it big and successful and then blowing away all your success or blowing away all your hard-earned money. It's time to get this right now, Taurus, and I'm speaking sternly, but in a way from love. I hope you take it in the way that it is coming through. It's coming from a place of love and honesty. This Five of Pentacles, this shouldn't be in our reading at this point in time. I feel like we've dealt with this. We've had to move through this several times over, several lifetimes over. You come with knowledge, Taurus, and you'll see why I say that given some of the, the oracle card messages, but Taurians by nature come with knowledge, lifetimes of experience. This shouldn't be happening to us. We should get a grip on this, or this is the suggestion. It's time to get a grip on this now. Our finances, if that's the issue, or some type of self-doubt, or not believing in yourself, or not having self-confidence to go after something important to you, feeling like maybe you're the black sheep. Well, this is not necessarily about fitting in, but this is really about finding your happiness and allowing yourself to find it. This is about going after what's meaningful to you. Sometimes it isn't about the money, but it's about what's meaningful. Let's keep going. I hope I can fit all the cards here. The Hermit card comes in and it suggests the time. You've been reflecting on this. So a lot of the stuff coming up here, it's stuff you already know, and it's just validation here or reminder. You're a sage by nature, Taurus. You have so much knowledge and wisdom to share with others, and I feel like the Hermit card comes in and it's like, hey, Taurus, you have this beautiful knowledge. It's time to apply it in your own life, and you'll see the magical results. You'll see the magical results if you do apply it to your own life. Your wisdom is brilliant, and you have wisdom for days, and it just comes from deep, deep within you, an internal knowing, and your spirit guides are saying it's time to apply it to your own life, and you're going to see the magic transpire. Let's keep going. You have the Moon. Yeah, very intuitive. Taurians, I find Taurians are low-key the most psychic sign of the zodiac. Okay, and probably the most overlooked in that regard. But Taurians feel like in their bones, in their gut, something that may take place or transpire. For better or for worse, we can sense things coming from a mile away. I'm just getting the image of cows, and I'm not too familiar with cows in general, but I can feel like they sense a storm coming. Like Taurians, you sense something coming for better or for worse. And let's see Let's see this card here. 9 of Swords. It's like you can sense things from a mile away, and it's time to start trusting your intuition on people. Let's say this is a person and you can smell a con artist, or you can feel the vibe of a person that you're meeting, encountering. Let's say it's romantically. You know, you can smell or sense that this person is out to get something, or they're the type of person that may take advantage of you. You've been there, you've done that. It's time to really trust those senses. Taurians sense things. I'm getting spider senses. It's like it's really time to start trusting those nudges, those senses, because you can always, I don't know why I said always, but you can also use them in business. You can use them among friendships. You can use them among building relationships. You're very, you know, what they're saying here is you have so much innate wisdom, so much intuition, to the point of almost psychic ability, and you haven't been applying it to your own life, or you've been just shutting it down, tuning it out, just saying, oh, that's just me making this up in my head. And they're like, no. Okay, this is real. What you're feeling is real. Start trusting your intuitive nudges moving forward. And look how they said take that first card. And what is it? The King of Pentacles. This is how I want to see Taurians show up moving forward, including myself. Like I said, no shame in this reading. King of Pentacles, knowing your worth, trusting your gut on things, taking risks, putting yourself out there. Some people will label the King of Pentacles as someone who doesn't take risks, but I believe it's, you know, they're taking intuitive risks. Okay, because there's a connection to earth, there's a connection to nature, there's a connection to intuition that I feel with the King of Pentacles. So that's what this month is all about. Getting very clear focus, making decisions, sticking to your guns on certain things, and then also knowing when to be flexible enough to say bygones are bygones. Like, I don't need to dwell on this anymore. I don't need to waste another penny here. I don't need to engage in this energetically or emotionally or financially anymore. Knowing when enough is enough. Knowing when it's time for change, knowing when maybe you've tried things time and time again in a similar fashion, in a similar pattern, and it's gotten you the same results that you don't like. Now that means it's time to do something differently. And you know exactly what that means for you, because they're saying you already have the answers. You are the way. So Taurians, don't be offended by this reading. I like to be clear, honest, integrity. I like to come from integrity in these readings. I don't like to simply gaslight. I don't, if that's not what's here, if there's some truths that want to come from a place of love, then I gotta share it. Okay, so let's look at your oracle card messages, starting with this card here. You have Regeneration, and it reminds me of like how you're coming out of this winter season of your life, and it's very uncomfortable. Those initial, it's like a breakthrough feeling, or I'm seeing a plant emerge from drought after a long time, and that initial, it's exciting, it's uncomfortable, something's changing, you can sense it, you can feel it. With this Regeneration card, you'll see your spirit animal is the white stag. Okay, and I'm just seeing these roots and antlers, and they look very similar in these two cards, which I found to be very intriguing, very interesting. These are two separate decks here. So what this card says is you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Taurus, not only are you meant to dream big, but you are meant to live that dream out. I am getting the quote from Rumi. Don't be satisfied with stories or how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth, as Rumi says. And I would even like to, change that myth part to legend. Unfold your own legend or your own story. You are the way. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Okay, and to quote the book that accompanies these cards, it says, you have more blessings than you know, more knowledge than you imagine, and more magic than you ever believed. Okay, and it's time to start trusting that magic, that knowledge. I'm getting chills here just simply because they're so in tune, these cards, and it makes sense with the reading as well now that I'm seeing it. You're a natural born leader, although you've been shying away from positions of power, from positions of leadership. And it's time to start doubting yourself. This keeps coming up in your readings time and time again. Connecting to nature would be phenomenal. As often as possible, as an intuitive message, just getting out there in nature, doing it for no other reason than to recharge and reconnect to your senses is what they're giving me. It's for no other reason besides connecting back to your divinity, your magic, and your intuition, which I think are very profound because they help in business, they help in love, they help in character building, they help in self-development. So why wouldn't we take the time to go out in nature if we get recharged, back to center, back to self? Okay. There's something about you Taurians here that are very connected to spirituality more than others. For you, it's second nature. For you, you maybe live, breathe, talk spirituality. You could be a reader yourself. You could be an astrologer. You could be some type of coach that infuses spirituality within your teachings. Okay, there's that. But overall, I think June is going to be a phenomenal month for the Taurians who really start applying maybe even a little bit of pressure they're giving me. Apply pressure on yourself at this time. I know that's kind of like the reverse of what we tend to hear in the spiritual community of just take a seat back and let life unfold. Sometimes that is true advice for when appropriate. This is different. I'm getting it's time to apply pressure, in a healthful way. Apply pressure on your goals. Don't let them just waste away in your mind or, as some lofty pipeline dream or goal out there in the stars somewhere. You can make something really real, really tangible if you just simply go after it. Let's pull another card for you. Taurus. Imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. So your imagination is important in all of this. I said earlier, yes, it's really important for Taurians to dream, to daydream, to night dream. This helps you manifest. And I would highly recommend, you have abundance at the bottom of that pull. I would highly recommend that you actually start writing down some of those big lofty dreams, and you may come to realize that they're not so lofty at all, that they're actually attainable, that others attain them themselves. And as the Rumi quote said, don't be satisfied with the stories of others. Don't be satisfied with the successes, the failures of other people. It's time to write and live your own story and earn that success for yourself. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel because you're a spiritualist. You could even be like a healer of some sort and kind of just push off fame, or push off being in the limelight, or push off abundance and success because you feel like it's not in conjunction with spirituality. It's You know, you deserve it. You deserve it. That's just a big, huge misconception. You deserve to be compensated for your love, your time, your energy that you pour into things. So those are some concluding remarks for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, comment below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can on my website, flourishingmystic.com. Subscribe for more readings, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.